Hi guys, welcome to a sharing session by Real Estate Jamie Sim. So I was a mortgage banker for the last 10 years before I become a property agent. So throughout my last 10 years of experience, right, I actually come across a lot of clients who upgraded their HDB to a private property, be it a condo or a landed property. So how did they do that? Well, let me share with you these 5 indicators that actually help you to see if you are ready to upgrade from a HDB to a private property. Well, so the first point is, have you actually met your M.O.P period, which is the minimum occupation period of 5 years. So the minimum occupation period actually starts from the day that you collected your keys for your HDB till the day you take the option to purchase on the sale of your HDB. So indicator number 2 is that the household income must be at least $6,000 and above. So why the magical number 6,000? It's actually to pass the minimum criteria of TDSR, which is the total debt servicing ratio. So the third indicator is that your CPF contribution that you get from your employer is actually more than enough to cover your installment every month. You realize that your monthly installment is self-sufficient to be serviced by your CPF on its own. So if you are not topping up cash just to pay for your monthly installment on your HDB, it means that your burden is much lesser as long as you are continuing to work. In fact, some of us even have excess after paying off their monthly installment. So why is it an indicator? Well, this indicates that you have a higher affordability of paying a bigger loan itself. Well, now we are down to our last 2 indicators. Standing at number 4, the indicator is that you realize that, oh, I can actually afford a better car or even buy a second car. So this is a very clear indicator that your income has reached a level whereby you are very comfortable with your current liabilities and you can even afford to increase partly of your installment. So see, when you actually own a car, it's actually a depreciating asset, but everybody would prefer to have a car because of its convenience and maybe because we really need to travel more often than the others. But having a need to actually upgrade the car or even buy a second car, it may not be a necessity. And so by knowing that you may need to actually buy a bigger car or even buying a second car, you will probably have to increase the monthly installment of your car loan. So by doing this, you will realize that, oh well, I should have the extra money to actually pay for a bigger house instead. So this is actually one of the key indicators, honestly, for myself, that I realized that, why not I just upgrade to a bigger property since I have the extra few $100 or even $1,000 to spare for a second car. So now come to our last point, which I would say maybe not all of us will feel for this point, but I would say that it's a bonus indicator. Well, if you really hit all 5 of my indicators today, then you are really ready to move on to a condo or a landed property. So my 5th point would be that you have plans for family planning, or even you have a young kid currently. So why is it important to actually have this as our indicator, or why is this an indicator? You know, I could be living in my HDB very comfortably, it's so huge, I don't have to pay for the extra installment and things like that. But come to realize, your kids will like to have some facilities around the neighborhood, am I right to say? So they can actually enjoy a lot more facilities when they move into a condo. Thanks for staying till the end. So for people who actually stay on, I would like to share with you a bonus indicator. And that is if you realize that your peers around you are actually upgrading to a private property or even have already upgraded. So if they are doing so or have already done so, most likely you will be able to afford as well. So what should you do next? Well, you should actually check with your banker on your loan eligibility, or you can also check with me on financial planning for your real estate. And if you actually like this topic and would like to hear more, please subscribe to my channel and also share a comment if you have any topics which you would like to hear or any queries that you have. Well, if you think that this video has actually benefited you, or you can actually share with your friend, that would be very good. Until then, I'll see you next time.